Alright guys, it's Tuesday afternoon. Today's a big day for me. This is the day that I was finally supposed to get the information on how to process my resignation, which I gave almost a month ago. This was the day that somebody, one of the bosses or HR people, was supposed to contact me and fill me in because, it's kind of important. Of course, however, it's the end of the day here, and there's been no contact whatsoever. Very typical of the company that I work for, and very typical of, this is the reason that I'm leaving the company. So, as I mentioned in the past, music does make me happy. It takes my mind off of things, stressful situations. So, I was sitting here thinking, my Merlinites love the tutorials. I made a couple. I've made one each of the past couple days. So why don't I make another one today, since on this stressful day, it might be fun to help other people have fun. So I sat and I thought, what song could I possibly play that would be A, nice and easy to play on the Merlin and would transpose and work well, B, would actually suit the Merlin and sound good when played on it, and C, would be just, madly appropriate for the day. So I came upon a song that satisfied all three of those requirements. The song was written originally in 1977 by a guy named, Johnny Pritchett? Was that it? I'll have to look that up. I can't recall offhand. Johnny Paycheck, that's it. Sorry, Johnny Paycheck. Johnny Paycheck wrote this song back in 1977. I'm not going to tell you what it's called. I'm going to play the first verse as an homage, a tribute to the former company I worked for, and then you'll know exactly what it is. So let's start off here. And then we'll get into the tutorial about how to play this song, because it's a fun one. It really is. Well, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. My woman done left and took all the reason I was working for. You better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out that door. Well, take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. So we know what the song is now. It's take this job and shove it. No finer words, in my opinion, have ever been spoken, especially on a day like today. Again, like I said, it works great on the Merlin. I think it sounds great on the Merlin. It's a nice twangy country song. I think you can have a lot of fun with it. I'm not an expert on it. The chorus is really, really easy. The verses are kind of... I haven't really learned how to play it all the way yet, but I wanted to make this video anyway because of the day, and it's a fun song. I think you guys can pick it up real easy. So let's just get right into it. It's a 4-chord song, which is really, really nice for us because it's my old favorite where I get to slide my finger up and down. So pretty much for this entire song, I'm going to keep my middle finger planted down on the bottom 2 strings, whether on the 1st fret, the 2nd fret, or the 3rd fret. The only other changes that are going to happen are we are going to play an A, which on the 1st fret, again, I've got my middle finger still planted. I'm going to drop my pointer finger onto the top string, so that is an A. All right. Now, another chord we're going to be playing here. Now, I do bar chords, as I've mentioned so many times before. Instead of like this with 1 finger, or with all 3 fingers, I do that with my middle finger on the bottom 2 strings. And when I'm in my A, I can simply drop my pointer finger down and bar the 2nd string as well, the middle string. And I've got my E. A, E, A, E. So easy, especially when they're all in the same song. So we've got the D, we've got an A, and we've got an E. And this middle finger here, never leaves the fretboard. Now, so we've got our D, we've got our A, we've got our E. So what's the last chord that we're going to play in this song? It's a G. So we're going to take this E that we've got planted, like I said, whether you're using 2 fingers, 3 fingers, or one finger, and we're going to slide it down to the 3rd fret. That's our G, right? Again, I do it like this. I keep my middle finger planted firmly down, and I bar the top 2 strings. I've got my G. So let's take a look at the chords for the song. We've got the D, we've got the A, we've got the E, and we slide that down, and we've got the G. That's it. It's just now the matter of the order that we put them in. I'll tell you guys once again, I've probably mentioned this 100 times too, the website I use to get 90% of my chords and things is Chordy. It's got a really nice feature that if you don't like or are not comfortable with the key that the song is in, you can transpose it right there on the site and it will change it for you, which is really, really nice. I find for the Merlin, I'm often transposing up or down by 3 keys, but that's just me personally to match my voice and playing style. However, that said, this time they did not have a version that I liked, so I did a little bit more of a web search, and I found a version in the key of C, which worked really, really well. But of course, C, I'm not a big fan of C on the Merlin. I've never even tried it. So I transposed it myself to D, and it works so well. Again, so like I said, people, any song in the world you think, oh man, I couldn't play that on the Merlin. You never know. If you don't find the information on one site that you like, have a little bit of a look around. Don't be afraid to shake things up to print off. Wow, that was weird. The camera just stopped recording midway through the video. I've had to splice it together here. Time for me to buy a new camera. Anyway, as I was saying, don't be afraid to look around and find other information. Print it off, and then literally scratch out the keys, the chords that you don't like, and transpose them up or down until you find something you do. It's really easy. That's what I've done with this song because I didn't have it conveniently online. As you can see, I've printed it off with the lyrics and the chords. This is how I play. I don't read music. I'm not a professional musician in that way. I find the chords and the lyrics and I figure it out. Anyway, long story short, let's get to the song now because it's a fun one. So we've already learned the chords. We know what they are. We have D, A, E, and G, right? Again, I keep my middle finger planted so I can just slide it up and down. So let's start off with a D. Take this job and shove it. I ain't. And then we're going to switch to our G where we slide down. Working here no more. Switch back to our D when we hit more. And then we're going to play D for a bit here. My woman done left. Took all the reason. And then we're going to go to our E. Slide her up, Bart. I was working. And then we lift 4 to get that A, right? So let's just take a little bit, let's try a slow run through of that section. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. My woman done left and took all the reason that I was working for. Oopsie. Okay, to our A. Now, the next part, we go, you better not try to stand in my way. That's again, we're going to play D for a while. Better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out that door. Sorry, we go. So we go, better not try to stand in my way as I'm G, walking out that and back to D. Door. Then we go back to our G. Take this job and D, shove it. I ain't A. Working here, no, and back to our D. More. Okay, one time again through slowly so you can just follow how I'm doing it. So we start off with our D. Take this job and shove it. I ain't G, working here no more. D. My woman done left and took all the reason. E. I was working for A. D, better not try to stand in my way. G, as I'm walking out that door. D, G, take this job and D, shove it. I ain't A, working here no more. D. Alright, so that's the chorus. It's fun. It's really easy once you get the rhythm down. I think it sounds brilliant on the Merlin. I think it was designed for quitting your job. I really think I should bring this into the office and, what do they call it? Serenade my bosses with it. But yeah, Anyway, the verses now. The verses are a little bit strange because it's a tough song to really get, because when you listen to the Johnny Paycheck version, it's mostly bass with a little bit of soloing on a lead guitar somewhere. So I've kind of had to improvise here. And what I do is I play the D for a while. Well, I've been working in this factory for now on 15. And then at the years, I switch to a G. Years. All this time I watched my woman drowning. That sounds terrible. All this time I watched my woman drowning in a pool of tears. Down to an A. So we start off with D, blah, 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 then a G, then an A. Then we go back to our D. And seen a lot of good folks die. G, who had a lot of bills to pay. D. I'd give the shirt, G, give the shirt right off my back. Sorry, it's G, give the shirt right off my D back. Now, it doesn't show this in the chords I found, but it doesn't sound right to go, I give the shirt right off my back. If I had the guts to say, it's too much D there. So I think we need to go, I give the shirt right off my back. So we switch to a D, I give the shirt right D off my back. And then I go to an A. If I had the guts to say. Okay, now that's going to be confusing as heck. Let me play it through for you so you can understand. Again, it's D, G, and A. Those are the only chords we're going to use actually in this part of it. Well, I've been working in this factory for now on 15 years. Sorry, I did it wrong again. Again, I don't really know this song. I'm just making tutorials because it's fun. Well, I've been working in this factory for now on 15 years. All this time, I watched my woman drowning in a pool of tears. And I've seen a lot of good folks die, who had a lot of bills to pay. And I give the shirt right off my back, out of the guts to say, I'll take this job and shove it, I ain't working here no more. A woman done left and took all the reason that I was fighting for. You better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out that door. You take this job and shove it, I ain't working here no more. Anyway, I've taken up a lot of time already here. But that's it. Like I said, really easy chords. D, G, A, and E. Nice. Keep that middle finger planted, and you can slide it up and down, and you don't even have to... I do it personally because it helps me to find the frets, because they're big. I mean, they're not just all the same size frets, right? So sometimes that throws me off being a ukulele guy. So having that finger planted really helps a lot. Anyway... like I said, go to your favorite lyric website, print it off with the chords, scratch them out if you need to, and write in the ones that you want, and away you go. Have fun, guys. I hope you enjoy it.